favorite. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Wait, 20.
Mike's 56. Push him back. Push him back.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Five.
Now it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw, and it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And some room to maneuver. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Check hot route. Hot.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there. 56.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 27, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
We go, 76, 76.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
25 yards there on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31, Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Watch the attack. 43.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Double tight. 4 down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looks to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
You ain't going nowhere. Go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking, usually the best way to maintain control. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And this is caught inside the 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
56, Mike.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Yeah. Hey, orbit. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 56. 56.
Goff on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Yellow, 180, 54. Bound to lose one.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw again on second down. Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go one more.
From the gun, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Natson. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff going up top. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. On the ground, this is Williams. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes flush to his right. Caught here by Bell. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we got to get this.
Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Lift. Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You're mine. Smooth. In your head. All day, baby. Come on. Merlin. I'm coming, baby.
To throw is gone. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
58, right over there, right over there.
To throw, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
180. Right there, 56. Tiger.
Now gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Connection made here. Goff to Higbee. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
49, check 17. 17. Max 56.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down. L.A.
180. Right there, 56.
Gurley again here on 1st down. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
It's run.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
You're not ready.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I got you.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. This is caught. Watkins. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mahomes going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Attack, attack. Hey, we got 4 tight.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a